Does that work? Does that work? Does it work? I'm gonna find out. We ask questions here. We ask questions here at KUT Austin. There was a ceasefire in place that was negotiated by the Biden administration. Could Trump have applied this kind of pressure? It's hard to say, but we should give him credit for what we saw over the last few weeks. But also there are questions to be asked about what transpired earlier. What does Trump get out of this? What he'd like to get out of it is a Nobel Peace Prize. There's always next year. There's been a lot of discussion about whether the U.S. is retreating from the world under Trump's leadership. I think Trump has taken a very activist stance. He sees himself as a peacemaker and a deal maker. And I think that he will say he's the only one who could have made this deal. And he's done something that Joe Biden wasn't able to do. This is a legacy issue. Yeah, when does Netanyahu resign? I'm a huge NPR and KUT fan. I listen to it regularly. How weird is it that, what is it called, the Kismet? Trump goes to the Israeli parliament and they shout his name and cheer him. Netanyahu comes to our Congress and they give him a 12,600 minute standing ovation. It's the same. What is the hope for the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? It's going to persist forever. It's a forever war. Public oprobrium. What is that? Public oprobrium. Define oprobrium. Oprobrium. Okay, that's enough. That's enough NPR. That's enough, you nerds. You nerds. I love. There's a piece yesterday about the German. The Deutsche Bahn, the German, the train system in Germany. That was hilarious. It was just great all around. In terms of like stylized, like in terms of like putting on a show. It's well written. Even the sound effects going out, like the last part of the show, the little joke she made, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I appreciate it. I'm a leftist, a rightist. I'm far left, far right, far up, far down. Far center. What does that make me? That makes me the Star of David, the Merkaba. I'm far, extremely far right. I'm extremely far left. I think everyone is gay and that race doesn't exist. Far left. I'm far up. I believe in God. I'm far down. I recognize that the lizard people have some bizarre function in our world. The slithery, snaky, slithering snakes. I'm just trying to pass the time. I'm just trying to pass the time here. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do here. Trying to figure out if they're going to arrest the Prettyman clan and those associated with them. Go do some proper investigative inquiries into reality. What would happen? The state of lawfare in Douglas County and the spookiness, this Halloween spookiness of me as a pariah, as like my reputation among the local population in Lawrence, Kansas, as being like this wicked wild, where they go. Someone I used to work with, because I was hired on to work at Quick Shop, right? Because I'm not crazy. I'm a this is hi. Here's my resume. Yes, I'm overqualified to be a gas station clerk. Will you hire me? I'm overqualified to do your job as a hiring manager. Will you hire me? Certainly, yes. I worked at 3 different locations at Quick Shop. And I was at the 9th and Mississippi location when a former coworker of mine came in, saw me, and called the police. Saw me, and I'm the gas station clerk behind the counter. Hi. Would you like... Hey, how's it going? Hey, that'll be $5.72. Oh my goodness, the price of American Spirits has gone up substantially. I know they're over $10 a pack. More than $10. And by golly, that's a lot of money. How's your day today? My former coworker... No, it wasn't the former coworker. It was the boyfriend of a former coworker. Somebody I had taken glamour shots of at a party in 2020. He called the fucking police on me. Like, there's... What kind of hysteria? And it's not me, guys. The hysteria pertaining to me is in your head, and it is because I am confronting the deliberate hysteria. Like, there's a pressure and a friction, because I posted that banner and was targeted by the CIA and the FBI and by enlisted Army Sergeant William Joseph Prettyman, who tried to kill me. Okay? Because of all these things, the friction, the bizarre aspects, the friction, being targeted by the criminal communist insurrectionists in Douglas County, Kansas, being deliberately fucked with by all these people. That is the friction that you're experiencing. I'm still the same person I have always been. I'm the same exact person. And so you have to ask yourself, you have to make some sort of resolution with your mind. Who's crazy? Where is the crazy? Where is it? Is it a scapegoat? Do you just need a scapegoat? Do you need... Okay, I'll be your scapegoat. But your goat is going to escape. It's not going to work. Because I'm still a rational-minded human being living in reality. Like, I'm still management quality material. I could hopefully, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't know job-wise because of my mouth, because of my willingness to exercise First Amendment rights by uttering taboo phrases and words and phrases, and by communicating taboo concepts, which is how you defend the First Amendment. By posting an image of George Floyd with a noose around his neck. To break taboos is how you protect the First Amendment. So, the society, I'll just live on the outskirts, whatever, but you still have this problem of a coherent, intelligent human being with the exact same history of it has always existed. The same person who signed your checkout whenever you were going to tip out your cash from the office at Merchant's Pub and Plates. Oh, don't name our... Don't do it again. At the Mad Greek. At Spin Pizza. Hi, Brent. Hi, Brent Bowles. Boles. Brent. Hello. I'm the same guy who opened your restaurant and stood in the ribbon cutting ceremony with the Lawrence Chamber of Commerce. I am the guy, yes. What? How? Why? Why is this happening? You have been the target of psychological manipulation by powerful people, not only since 2020, but prior to that. And I am trying to save you by allowing you the freedom, by conveying to you that you still possess the freedom to speak, to investigate, and to confirm that the media, the screen, the glowing rectangle that you're holding in your hand right now is the source of insanity. That is the source. It is a drug. It is literally a drug. And it's driving you crazy. Your addiction to this drug of the glowing rectangle and all the horse shit coming out of it is what is driving you crazy. It's not me. I'm just some fucking guy telling the truth. What is oprobrium? Oprobrium. I've never used that word. I've heard it, but I've never used it. It refers to harsh criticism or public disgrace. It's often used to describe a situation where someone is subjected to severe disapproval or scorn, typically in a social or public context. Oprobrium. This term can encompass feelings of shame or contempt directed toward a person or action. If you have a specific content, use the term in a sentence. Use the term in a sentence, in a context, of a pub, because I'm quasi-public in Lawrence. I mean, that was the manager of the Mad Greek. Oh, I remember him. I was the manager at the Merchants. Oh, those poor Merchants people. I'm sorry, but I'm not, because you took the bait. Like, I'm not crazy for telling the truth that COVID was fucked from the beginning. It's the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. I'm sorry. How do you know that it's the truth? Because in March of 2020, when everybody was through their television screens, not because they were living in reality, seeing people kill over and die, having coughing fits and dying on the sidewalk. That is not what motivated them. Had that been the case, then everybody's actions would have been justified. Because in reality, you would have seen ill people killing over like the plague, fucking dying. And in that context, yes, freaking out, putting on masks and running wild and gathering things would have been the appropriate response. But that is not what happened. What happened was a television screen told you that might happen if you don't follow our careful instruction and listen and obey. And the context of that situation the threat of transmission, the ability to test using PCR tests to confirm the confirmation of the spread of the virus. All of the same conditions that were true in March of 2020 are still presently in October 2025, exactly the same. The same exact threat of the same exact virus, despite the ability to even confirm whether somebody or a large clade of people have been vaccinated against the original or an Omicron or a Beta Gammatron or a Megatron version. All the same shit is still real. It's still actually happening. And the fact that you aren't still freaking out 2 weeks to flatten the curve to sit in your house and watch Tiger King, the fact that none of that is happening in 2025 is the evidence that in 2020 it was fucking bullshit, and you went against, you persecuted people who were calling bullshit at the time. And then when it came time to defend the First Amendment against communist insurrectionists, telling you to get on your knees because some guy in Minneapolis overdosed on fentanyl. Some random dude overdosed on fentanyl, and now everybody get on your fucking knees. Cops, FBI, everybody get on your fucking knees and be ashamed. People who during that process said, no, I'm still calling bullshit. Nope. Excuse me. No. The real N-word. No. Excuse me. No, thank you. In fact, here's a picture of that random ass dude in Minneapolis in a prison outfit, because he was a criminal, with a noose around his neck. By golly, isn't that the truth? Because that's what the First Amendment is. The right to do that. Proudly. And would do so again repeatedly. In fact, I've got just a few. Austin, are you ready for me? Hello, Austin, Texas. Are you ready? Austin, Texas. Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready for stenciled artwork? Austin, Texas. Stenciled artwork. Are you ready? Are you ready? Of course it would. My screensaver. I never turn off the screensaver. And I always have to go peekaboo. Austin, are you ready? Austin, are you ready? Are you ready, Austin, Texas, for stenciled First Amendment artwork? It's only a matter of time. Sorry, I'm talking to a robot. I'm sorry. Use the term in a sentence in the context of a public, of a pariah. A pariah who was previously known to be just some nice guy. Just some nice guy. He's a nice artist guy. He makes my beerboard art for me. He uses chalk paint to put this sign on the sidewalk and tell you what the specials are. Just some guy, just some nice guy. Whoa, we're just some random nice guy. Poor nice guy. Use the term in a sentence in a context. Use the term in a sentence in a context of a pariah who was previously known to be just some nice guy. After the scandal broke, the once beloved community leader found himself facing opprobrium. Opprobrium. Oh, it's with an O? From all corners, as former friends turned into vocal critics, turning a nice guy into a pariah in the eyes of the public. Very well done. Can you use it in a sentence? Your word is opprobrium. I misspelled it. Okay, opprobrium. Opprobrium. That's the word of the day. Opprobrium. Oprobrium. You know what else makes logical, consensual, like sequential sense? Kansas, KUT News, NPR. Hello. If you want to investigate a story, what also makes sequential sense isn't just that I spent my life with this guy. I spent my entire life with this person, and never suspected him of being a murderer until he tried to murder me, and then I looked back and like, oh, that makes sense. What else makes sense is, besides that, is the sequential, like the fact that if I was targeted by federal agents, by a federal agency, for doing something that was considered by the public to be a threat of domestic terrorism, if I had done that and was targeted, then the person, if what they wanted to do is make the person disappear and to kill them, that they would send somebody who is a killer. They wouldn't send just some fucking random person. They would send a person who is a like factual fucking agent of destruction, who would just a CIA trained fucking killer, somebody I spent my whole life with, and now looking back I'm like, oh my fucking god, this whole time. Like, it makes sense that they would send FBI, CIA, blah, 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 all that stuff. But on top of that, it makes even more sense that if they wanted to kill me, they would send somebody who kills people. Okay? Okay. Oprobrium. What else? What else? 12 more minutes. What can we do for 12 minutes? Got to make it to 42. 42 is the magic number. You know what I love about synchronicities is quote unquote synchronicities or whatever. So I was out in Austin. I was out in Austin, and I didn't mention this, but this happened. When because I'm daring them. I'm like, fucking, come and, I'm like, fuck you. Come and get me. Come on and get ya. I dare them. So I was in the middle of Austin, the city of Austin. I was just in, and I found an open Wi-Fi network and connected to it. And then I started streaming and talking about Alex Jones. I mentioned Alex Jones. Real Alex Jones, the real Alex Jones. Poor guy. Poor guy. The globalists fucked him. And Sandy Hook, I don't care what you're forcing him to say, there's lots of fucking suspicious shit about Sandy Hook. And this CIA fake fucking... What do they clone these people? These lying fucking CIA coward fucking... Are they actually robots? Is that the fucking whole thing? Like, they've actually, like... The public, like, they're, you know, whatever the... What is that thing about, What is... Is there a common saying... about the military being years more advanced in technology than the population. I don't think it's true. I think it's true only in the way that the CIA can go, which is satanic fucked up shit. It's not true for things that are good. It isn't true for what Starlink is doing. Like what it's not like this military industrial advanced blah 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 warfare, etc., etc. What the technology that they possess secretly that is more advanced and the public has awareness of is stuff that is taboo, like is a corruption of moral integrity. Something that is really, really dark and messed up. And that is the reason that it's a secret. It's not that there's like that they're special. It's not that that DinoCorp or whatever the Northrop Grumman is some kind of special sitting on his throne fucking lizard person. It's not. That's not the case. You know, it's that their advances are deep ethical violations of serious effed up stuff. And I would bet that cloned android types of people are walking among us. It would not, like that would be, that's it. When did they clone Dolly the sheep? In the 90s? I remember that in elementary school. There are fucking, I guarantee it, cloned, and I've interacted with some. I'm not kidding you. I think that Josh Schroeder is a clone. That there's some sort of seed, like gene pool, like that's where the concept of a gene pool comes from, is like, there's a secret lab with Aryan gene, like an advanced whatever, tailored. Not only that the way that they brainwash these freaks is to think that when they go out into the world that they're playing a game. And so when they encounter somebody else who's involved, they think that like someone like me that they're targeting is a part of the game, is that like gaming. It's like game theory. That these freaks of nature, lab-grown clones, who are told the CIA, NSA, whatever, sends them out into the public. They think the whole time that they're playing a game, when in fact it's real, or that they're told that reality is a game somehow. And that might be the case for these fucking people walking by me right now. Many of them. Sam, that poor kid. I think Sam thinks he's playing a game. And that's what, there was one thing that Willie told me. The lab-grown CIA fucking lone jack grown William Prettyman told me. was a subtle little comment, but when he brought Rihanna Taylor over to my apartment, and with the intention of entrapping me in like some sort of prostitute or drug charge, which didn't work because I'm just not into doing stuff like that. I was doing tweaker type stuff, not because I was tweaking, but because I was like, how are they doing? I was freaking the fuck out. Like, how does radio? I now know way more than I did then. But back then I was like taking a microwave apart. I was like, how does this shit work? How do microwaves work? What is the deal? What is the effing deal here? A microwave is a Faraday cage. It has to be. So how does the Faraday cage in a microwave work? It turns out it's more than they tell you. Like, for a Faraday cage has to have a current running through it. It seems, based on what I was like, okay, how is this wire goes here? What is this wire connected to? And I haven't done it since. I was like, I think a Faraday cage, for it to work properly, I think, hypothetically, as a scientist, I would postulate as a hypothesis that in order for a Faraday cage to work properly, it would have to have an oscillating current running through it. I've not done any research on this, and I suspect that it's not even public knowledge. Anyway, yes, a common saying that captures this idea is the military is always X years ahead of civilian technology. This phrase suggests that the military often develops advanced technologies that take years to reach the general public, leading to a perception that the military innovations significantly outpace civilian advancements. Bullshit. It's the perception, smoke and mirrors. The only things that they're getting away with behind closed doors are things that would make you vomit. Those are the advances. Their advances in quote-unquote technology are things that would make, if you saw it, you would turn and spill your lunch on the fucking sidewalk. And they're just happily, gleefully, psychotic fucking brain, fucking high on adrenochrome, doing it every day, every single day, desensitized to it. They look at human bodies as like a mannequin. Like you see the way you look at a mannequin in a store. They see actual living human souls and treat them that way. Because they're psychopaths. They're out of their fucking minds. Out of their fucking minds. I gotta get rid of that. That's probably the page that's keeping me up at night. By the way, I only get on Facebook to create videos. Like, I'm sorry, folks, if you're trying to message me or whatever. I rarely even check my fucking, and there's no reason to believe that it's a legitimate email at this point, because of the amount of involvement with all the infinite money suppliers, the dirty, filthy money supply, and who there's no court that's willing to. I mean, who's like, how we're in the wild, triple wild west, the triple wild, triple triple wild, a wicked Jim West, Desperado. Oh, now I want to hear that. Wicked wild. Now I want to hear that. Got to get us to 42 minutes. We're almost there. I'm just trying to pass the time here. Thank you for listening, Doctor. Thank you for listening, Doctor. Oh, Wicked Wild. Wicked Wild West. Jim West. Desperado. Oh, I didn't finish that thing about Tucker. So, like, I was out in Austin, and this is hilarious. I connected to a Wells Fargo bank. There's a Wells Fargo bank. I suspect that Wells Fargo banks of all varieties, all over the place, have free Wi-Fi. They might not now. They might stop doing that. But I was close enough to a Wells Fargo to pick up and capture a Wells Fargo signal. And it could be a coincidence, or it could be something else. But within a few minutes of starting that live stream, connected in proximity, in a close proximity to Wells Fargo, close enough to pick up a medium strength signal for their Wi-Fi. 3 or 4 Austin Police Department, 3 or 4 showed up at the Wells Fargo, and they arrested somebody, or they were up to something. I don't know if they were arresting somebody or with what reason they were given to go there. They did something coincidentally, just by sheer coincidence. And one of them went through the grass. He went through the grass and there was a point at which I was sitting there talking, bullshitting, making fun of Alex Jones and calling him the N-word. And I looked up from where I was, and I saw a bunch, out of the 3 or 4 cop cars, I saw 4 or 5 police officers looking around. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. But then what happened? Alex Jones, and I'm on there when I was on there, this was happening the other day, 4 days ago, and the very next person to show up because I'm on there talking about Tucker. I'm talking about Alex Jones, and I'm saying things like pre-programming. I'm like, was Alex Jones's appearance in the Richard Linklater films, Waking Life and A Scanner Darkly, was it pre-programming? That's what I said on the 10th, I think it was. And then on shit is great. Yesterday, this shows up. Alex Jones, you are being pre-programmed with it's come on, man, you gotta be kidding me. Get out of here with this shit. Come on. And by the way, I meant every word of it. I love you guys. I do. Also, yeah, just look at that right there. Look at it. Would you look at that? Building 7. I've been talking about Building 7 since 2005, 2006. I did a paper in college I shit you not, my speech class at Metropolitan Community College, Blue River? No. What was it called? The downtown Kansas City one. Not the Maple Woods, which is up north. NCCKC. That's where I met Shelley. Anyway, in my speech class, I gave a speech, did a speech on the conspiracy surrounding 9/11. He gave me a C or something. Or, I don't remember, probably because he's a fucking rapey reptile person. I swear to God, I saw the same guy. He's probably still there, but just much older. I saw him with a student from my class. A really hot young black chick at First Fridays. And I tried to say hi and he just ignored me. Anyway, I forgot his name. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Creeps. Just creepy. I bet she got an A. I bet she got an A. I would bet if I had any money that she got an A on her speech 100 assignment or whatever it was, 101. I don't fucking remember. MCCKC. Kansas. No, it wasn't Kansas City. It was like Blue River or something. Oh, that's gonna bug me. It's going to bug me. MCCKC. Name all branches. Is that what you call them? Branches of a community college? Nice. And Blue River. No, Penn Valley. That's what it was. Penn Valley, because it was on Penn Valley Road. That's right. That's right. Admissions. I went to Longview too. I wanted to go out. I'll go out with the intro to, and I highly recommend watching the whole series. It's a 4-part series. It's a 4-part series on the presidents of the United States of America. Shane Gillis and Matt, whatever his name is. So Shane Gillis and Matt, whoever, I forget his name, and then some other fucking guy who are talking about the entire list of the entire history of presidents of the United States of America. And it's really fucking great. And every single one of them, they do 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one starts with this intro that is, I don't know, copyrighted. Did they have to contact fucking Will Smith? Is this like, put your finger on the button? I don't know what's about to happen here. I've no idea. I've got no idea. Let's see. I'm working on a Windows 95 machine. Windows 95. It's a Windows 95 machine. Is where I only get 1488 kilobytes per second. 1488.
Wild Wild West. Guys, this is a history podcast.
Oh, he didn't do
Let's
it.
talk presidents. In fact, let's talk all of them in order. Yep.
Who's that fucking old guy?
Hold on, no. Just wait. Let's talk Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt.
What the fuck is happening here?
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on
Oh,
unleashing
go fuck
American
yourself.
oil from North Dakota and Montana. We've
Okay,
already sold
part
over
2.
2.9 million
I
barrels.
really, all I wanted was to hear that fucking intro. That's it. That's all I want. Give me the fucking intro, ya fucking cunt. No, thank you. This is where we're at. It's the wicked.
Wild Wild West. Hello.
Oh, did they get a copyright strike? Oh, dude, they took it off because it got a copyright strike. That's what happened. Okay. Got it. Again, this fucking old guy. Anyway, I think that's what happened. They had the Will Smith's wicked. So no, there's your answer. They did. Look at this. They're trying to corrupt my system that can't be corrupted. Like, keep in mind, folks, and we're doing well. We're doing very well. I'm going to show it to you. In Homelessville, you recycle a lot, and found a nice little place to put my improvised device, which is it's the battery that is supplying voltage to the machine that I am currently streaming on. I made this battery. Look at it. Just fucking look at it. Out of 5 3.7 volt lithium ion cells of 2 varieties. I made this, and it sits inside of a deli container. Very familiar with these containers. Why? Because I worked in restaurants for fucking 20 years, man. And it just sits there. It's at this point, because I was fucking around a lot. At this point, it's set it and forget it. Recharge die. The only thing I don't have is an indication on my screen as to how well my battery's doing. It's the only thing I don't have. All I have is a fucking big question mark. But I can tell by checking it with a multimeter, which is what I do. I charge it to about 80%. My homemade battery gets charged to about 80%, and then it gets depleted to about 20%. And I made it. Because why? The CIA and the FBI failed, or they succeeded at fucking my hard drive, which I still have in a secret location, that I would posit in a criminal federal court. I would posit the hypothesis that this hard drive had something illegal planted on it, and then was bricked with an encryption that only that if you took it to a third party, if you took it to a technology company that breaks encryption, that does encrypted stuff, nobody would be able to break the encryption on it besides somebody who works for the FBI, because it was an attempt to stage a crime. So when they bricked my hard drive, which is now a piece of evidence in a serious crime that only I know the location of, another piece of evidence in a serious crime, a series of crimes committed by the federal government, they also fucked my battery, which is a battery management system. So no hard drive. I'm on a machine that has no hard drive and no battery, and they're still using dumb shit like this this fake trolling shit, this drive-by drop of whatever that ain't doing nothing. You can't do shit. I win, you give up. Could you imagine losing a game like the CIA and the FBI have done over the past 5 years, perpetually? They've scored some goals, I'm not gonna lie. The CIA hates America, they hate Americans, they hate freedom lovers. They've scored some really important goals, but they're losing, they've lost. And could you imagine, this is the situation. Imagine a devastating defeat of, let's say, football. Like there's a triumphant win of the opposing team. I'm the triumphant winner. Yay, Heisman Trophy. Yeah! Woo! Got it. Confetti, everything. Raining from the sky. And they're like this, like with their head. Terrible sportsmen. Terrible sportsman-like conduct. But they're so they're so insane that not only have they lost and they're like upset about it, they're still trying to play the game. Could you imagine the losers of the Super Bowl refusing to get off the field? That's what's happening. The losers, the fucking losers at the FBI and the CIA and the organized mafioso fucking pieces of shit. Loser, lazy, villainous, losing ass motherfuckers. You lost. It's over. And they refuse to get off the field because they're like, no, I want to try. Give me another shot. Call another flag. Give up. I'm going to turn off this computer. Even if you've managed to bypass, and I'll fucking, no, I'm not. You don't deserve anything. Even if you manage to bypass the web browser that I'm using and somehow do something, here's what I will tell you. It is called volatile memory. If you're doing this shit, you know what volatile memory is. And all I gotta do is turn off the fucking computer. It's called volatile memory. Get off the field. and arrest William Joseph Prettyman. Please. Please, leave me the fuck alone. They're not going to. They're going to go out. They're going to put on their retard helmets and go, it's not over. No, it's not over. That's what you look like. You look like you losers lost the fucking Super Bowl and refused to get off the fucking field. You're fucking stupid loser asses need to get back into the fucking rock you came from. Okay. Oh shit, we're way past 42 minutes. Have a good day, folks.